Yo, so I'm out here in Istanbul. Right now I'm in a part of the city called Bostanci, and a few people kept asking me, okay, I hope you guys can hear me over the traffic. Anyway, a few people kept asking me, not in YouTube comments, just, you know, people I know and everything have been asking me just to walk around and kind of show the city and what it's like and everything. So Istanbul is huge, so there are a lot of different parts of the city, and every part of the city looks different. But anyway, I'm in Bostanci right now, just walking around. I was in Kadıköy earlier. I'm gonna end the night soon, but I figured I'd just walk around a little bit just to show everybody. Anyway, so this part of the town's pretty quiet. We got the Bostanci Marmaray station over there. It's not really very many interesting things for this next little bit. I'll just do a quick little loop, and then I'll stop off by where the dolmuş is. Dolmuş are little small mini buses or whatever. You can take them to get around the city. How it works, if you get on, you have to pay cash. You can't pay by card as far as I know. You got to get on, pay by cash, and then you can go to most parts of the city. It's actually pretty convenient because most of them, sorry, to get to most parts of the city, well, the cool parts, I find you gotta take a ferry. But dolmuş are cool because you can just hop in and go. So this is that's the Marmaray train or subway or whatever we're gonna call it over there. Anyway, I've taken it before. It's pretty comfortable, pretty convenient. Just if you guys ever try to take it, just know that when you're entering, actually I think this is the same for all transit here in the city, you can only tap your card once. I learned this the hard way because I wanted to do a good deed for someone. So I'm out here waiting. There's a guy, there was a man helping another man in a wheelchair. So I was like, okay, I got him. I got you. So he's like, he locked eyes with me. He said, can you help me? So I tapped him in. And then I was in a rush. Okay, hold on. The music's loud. That's the one problem. There are certain parts of the street that are concerts because the music's super loud. So if you ever miss the club here, just walk down certain streets and hop in, you're out here. Anyway, okay, my car's out of the way now. Anyway, so as I was saying, I helped this guy get on. Bear in mind, I was in a rush. I was trying to make it to an appointment. I was already running late, and there's a lot of traffic here, so it takes a really long time to get anywhere in the city. So the fact that I was running late, you know, was already a problem. So I helped this guy get on. Well, I helped them get on. Then afterwards, I go to tap my card, and then it wouldn't work. So I went to the security guard, and I told him, I was like, you know, I tapped my card, but it's not working now. He said, yeah, you can only tap once. And then so, in the end, I had to go buy an extra ticket. Do I regret it? I mean, it sucked to be late, but no, I'm happy I helped the guy. It just sucked how I had to buy a whole nother ticket. But anyway, so just if you ever try to tap your card, you can only tap it once. So just bear that in mind. Anyway, so this is a super quiet part of the city. So I'm gonna try and talk a bit more quiet now. I feel like I was yelling a bit back there because of the traffic. But as you guys can see, this is what some of the buildings look like. It's a really cute area, in my opinion at least. A lot of cafes here. Seems to be pretty diverse in terms of, you know, like the ages of people. There are like young people, old people. A lot of shopping in this area. Seems to be a lot less traffic compared to other parts of the city that I visited. Also seems a lot less touristy, which I like. I don't really like the touristy areas like Taksim. Doesn't feel that authentic. Anyway, I honestly don't really know where I'm going with this recording. I'm just kind of talking about whatever comes to my mind as I go. I watched a few other, I don't want to call them streamers, but those other YouTubers who kind of walk around the city and just talk and just show the city. And I've always really liked that content. It's really authentic. And I mean, this is definitely not going to be on that level. I mean, don't expect anything crazy from this. But I like watching those videos because just feels so real, and it shows me, you know, it's just, you know, it's unpolished. You know, those edited vlogs and everything, they're great, but it's just, they're edited and everything, and there's kind of an unnatural aspect to it. Whereas those videos where people just walk around and just press record and then just record the whole day, I really like those because, I don't know, it just shows me kind of a, you know, a different view of the city. Anyway, so I'm gonna loop back around to where I can catch the Dolmusch. I don't know if there's gonna be anything interesting, to be completely honest. So I'll just take this time to answer a few of the questions that a few people have asked me about the city and just, you know, what everything's like here. So number one, a lot of people ask me about the traffic. Traffic is absolute insanity in many places in the city. When I was staying on the European side, I remember there were several times where it was actually faster for me to get off the bus and just walk, and then I'd make it to my destination and I'd still see the bus stuck in traffic behind me, which, I don't know, just made me laugh a bit, because normally you think you take the bus to get there faster, but there are some routes where it's honestly just faster to walk. A lot of people have asked me about the locals. I find, you know, obviously everywhere you go in the world, you're gonna find the odd mean person, but I find people here to be extremely friendly, extremely helpful, also extremely hospitable. Turkish hospitality is on a whole nother level, honestly. I've never seen anything like this before. I've actually almost been brought to tears a few times just because I was so shocked at, you know, how helpful and friendly a few people have been. What do you call it? What else? A few people have asked me about English and if you need to learn Turkish to be here. You guys know me. I always think it's important to learn some of the local language. I'm never going to say no to that. But in terms of absolute necessity, yeah, you definitely do need Turkish here, in my opinion. Some people speak English very well, but I mean, my Turkish is not the best yet. I'm still working on it. Hopefully I get it to a better level soon, but it's definitely not that good yet. But I've definitely been in several situations where it was really hard to communicate with people, and there was definitely a language barrier. And I find this kind of makes me laugh too. So I find different countries in the world respond to people not understanding. I really hope you guys can hear me. Anyway, different countries in the world respond to people not understanding in different ways. For example, I feel like people, when I see people, you know, kind of dealing with people who don't understand in North America, I feel like they kind of act it out a bit more. You know, they kind of, it's almost like they're playing charades. Whereas I find that here, for example, when I was trying to tap my card for the second time and I couldn't get in, when I asked the security guard, I actually wasn't able to completely understand what he said, but I could just infer the meaning just based on the situation and from the few words I could understand. But every time I said I didn't understand, he didn't slow down, he just spoke louder. It just made me laugh. It almost seemed like he thought that if he hit a certain volume, I would just understand. I don't blame anyone but myself. I should have learned more. But anyway, that's one thing. So what is that? The traffic, the people, the level of English. There are a few other languages here, to be honest. I've met a few people who spoke Russian and you know, a lot of people seem to speak German. So, I mean, you guys know me. I always advocate for learning the local language. But if you don't have enough time to reach a high level, I mean, a lot of people seem to understand German and Russian and other languages. Another thing, the food. I'll try and go more into detail about this another time, but the food here is really good, I gotta say. I really dig it. Lots of variety. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you're definitely gonna struggle out here though, I gotta say that. But yeah, food's really good. A lot of variety, you know, from different countries and stuff, because Istanbul is kind of the bridge between Europe and Asia. So you find a lot of variety for that reason. History here is pretty cool. There are a lot of historic buildings, stuff like that. One thing I really like is if you you know, you hop on transit for like 20 minutes, end up in a random part of the city, the whole vibe changes. So for example, I don't know if people watching this are going to agree with me, but I'm just going to talk about my experience in different parts of the city. But I walked around an area called Bebek. Bebek felt kind of like what I would imagine a Greek island to look like. I've never been to Greece, but just the image in my mind that I have of Greece, that is what Bebek reminded me of. And I was told by the locals that the waffles in Bebek are blessed. So I tried some of those and I agree, they actually are blessed. There's another part of town called Ortaköy. I hit that area up. It's actually popping. A bit more quiet, I found, but the kumpir, or in other words, stuffed potatoes, those are popping in Ortaköy. I really like those there. But if you ever go, don't order two. I mean, I've never made that mistake, but they're huge. So, I mean, that's a full meal. There was one day where I was out here trying to have a kumpir, and then after that I was trying to have a waffle. That kumpir, that had me full. I couldn't even eat the waffle. Felt sick after, I had to force that down. Anyway, there's another area called Beşiktaş. That seems to be where a lot of the clubs and everything are, and it's like a student area. Everyone goes to the party and all that stuff. Bostanci, from what I've seen so far, I don't have that much experience here. Seems super quiet. Seems less touristy. I don't really know what this part of town is known for in terms of food. There's a McDonald's and a really good burger restaurant here too. I guess that's worth noting. Taksim is super touristy, but you'll find a lot of stores and everything over there. One thing you guys will probably notice if you guys are here too is when you walk past certain restaurants, they try to get your attention to get you to come in. I'm about to walk through a crowded area in just 1 second. I've been through this area before, and people always try to get my attention and get me to come and eat at the restaurants. But here we go. So this is a McDonald's. That Köfteci Yusuf place is really good. Really good burgers there, but the portions are not small. So, I mean, bring your appetite if you're going there. So for these next 2 minutes, there's not really anything interesting. Oh no, the lights are off there. But yeah, overall, I'm digging the city. Has really cool vibes here. Seems to be a really artistic and musical city. There seem to be a lot of artists and musicians here, which is also pretty cool. I actually feel kind of inspired. You know, I'm pretty bad at music, but and playing instruments and so on. And I definitely can't sing. Damn. But being here has definitely kind of reawakened that. And I mean, not reawakened. Never had the urge to sing. Yikes. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll start singing. I'll warn you guys ahead of time so you guys can turn the video off. I don't want to cause any, you know, hearing damage or make anyone's ears bleed. Anyway, this is some random cafe behind me. I don't know how visible all this stuff's going to be at night. There's a ferry terminal behind me. And, okay, about to walk through a crowded area, so it's about to get louder. And I'm probably going to have a few people approach me to try and get me to eat. Or maybe not. We're going to find out. But anyway, after I walk through this area or whatever, just to kind of show it, then I'm gonna head to the Dolmuş area, and then I'll just probably call it quits. As you guys can see, there's a bar behind. Actually, this whole area is pretty quiet right now. There's a Starbucks over there too, as you guys can see. Starbucks in Turkey is actually pretty good. I was never really a Starbucks guy, but it's actually pretty good here, I gotta say. But okay, so now there's a bit more restaurants and everything here. There's outside seating and all that. There's a really good food that you'll be able to see behind me in a second, or at least the name of it. It's called kokoreç. A lot of people find it shocking because it's cow's intestines. So a lot of people that aren't from Turkey are kind of afraid to try it. I don't know. I think it's pretty good, just not with salt. So I recommend that if you guys order it, get it without salt. But now I'm pretty much where I started, so I'm near the Dolmuş area again. So you guys can see behind me how popular the bars and everything are right now. A lot of people have asked me that, you know, how are the bars? How busy is everything? How's the mask situation? From what I've seen, people don't really wear masks and stuff when they go to the bars. But I don't know, the bars are pretty busy and all that. There's a lot of people out. But anyway, I'm gonna end that now, and then I'll try and walk around another area if anybody wants. And then yeah, I don't know, but anyway, that was a short little walk around Bostanci. So I don't know, if you guys like this, then I don't know, let me know in the comments, and then I'll try and walk around in some other areas. I gotta say, a lot of people stare when I do this, especially because I have my hair down right now, so a lot of people stare. So I definitely got in my head a little bit. Like a lot of people stare, so it's kind of uncomfortable, but I don't know. If you guys are about it, I'll keep making more. But anyway, I'll end it here, so I'll catch you guys later.